I'm a fucking homosexual.
What? Good God. Can I please start the gameplay walkthrough now? What do you mean you need to download the content again? What is this? Just launch the game. Oh my God. What? Why? I just want to play the game. I just want to play the game. Please. You know what? Actually, fuck it. While this is loading, we're gonna spin the wheel again. Let's spin the wheel. Hey, new day, same wheel. This is supposed to be a different video. Shut up. What are we doing? What are we doing tomorrow? Check out Andres Perales. Who the fuck is that? I'm almost certain you guys don't mean the director of operations of Alta Game Foods, so I'm gonna assume that this is a musician of some kind. Oh, it's a musician. Hey, 18 monthly listeners, man. We are in the deep underground.
Hey, I told it double dare. We at the carnival, I really like the fair. Ay, she took her jacket off because it's hot in her.
Andres Perales is a rapper on Spotify with only 19 monthly listeners. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the depths of the underground today. But I gotta say, even though his 2024 release BB is only 25 minutes long and clearly has some heavy inspiration from other rappers like Travis Scott, I have to say, I was fairly entertained. I do not feel like my time was wasted, and some of these songs are definitely going into rotation. Now, one thing I like about this album is his beat selection, especially if he's the one actually making the beats. A lot of the tracks, at least in the first half, are really uniquely flipping the samples that he's using, which I always appreciate. Nowadays, it feels like we might be in like sample hell, where it almost feels like as if producers are just making the sample the song and then putting like 1 or 2 808s on that bitch and just calling it a day. But I actually like the way most of the samples were flipped on this album. And the production on a lot of the tracks in the first half almost felt like as if it was a fusion between like that late 90s, early 2000s Timbaland style hip hop, and then that was folded in with more modern SoundCloud production. It was really nice. It was really cool. Most of the tracks on this album feel pretty unique, and while the lyrics aren't the deepest, his flows vary and he's gliding on a lot of the songs. He's even flipping a lot of times between Spanish and English, kind of like Big Pun used to back in the day. That'll always be fire. Being able to spit 2 languages just and switch between them on the same beat and maintain your flow, man, that'll always be cool to me. Once you get to the second half though, past the song Overseas, I believe, you can definitely hear a lot more of that Travis Scott influence. I mean, Call Me Damn Near sounds like an early Travis song. That is until the last 2 tracks, Majube and I think it's Until We Meet Again. Those songs, it kind of like doubles back into the earlier sound of being more of a fusion between those 2 eras. Now, the mixing on some of the songs is a little bit weird, and it does get to a point where I had trouble hearing him. I don't know if it was just like the way my speakers are playing, because I was listening to this album through Edifier, like 8700s or whatever the fuck, the ones you can plug directly into a TV. And for most music, those speakers are like solid. That's like how I listen to most of my albums, either that or my DT700s that I have on right now. But some of the mixing on some of the tracks, I couldn't really hear them. Like I had to rewind it once or twice to like catch the actual full list of bars. Another issue that I have is that some of the tracks are just too short and don't feel like he fully developed or fleshed out the idea, while they are also some of my favorite tracks on the album, which is why I really noticed it. For example, the 2 songs Selfish Energy and Overseas, it almost feels like he didn't trust himself enough to let these songs grow, because while this album, is 11 songs long, it's only 25 minutes, which only averages out around 2 minutes a song, but there's a 5-minute song on here. So some of these songs are less than 90 seconds. And those are some of the most uniquely sounding songs. I don't really know why he did that. I don't know if he didn't trust himself, or if he had like a feature lined up and that just didn't happen, or he just couldn't think of more lyrics, or he didn't really know where to take the song. But they're some of my favorite tracks, but also the potential that they had. It was just like, damn, we didn't let this bad boy breathe. And also, while this album is doing a lot of different things, which I enjoy, there's a large amount of variety. There's no real like cohesiveness in this album at all. It's sort of like the opposite problem that I had with, the Saba album. Like that one was so cohesive that a few of the tracks started sounding too similar. While this one, it's almost like there's no real like through image at all. It kind of just feels like a bunch of cool music on an album versus like an album with a central idea. Almost more like a mixtape. I'm not gonna lie, in general, his most popular song, You and I, definitely deserves the spot of his most popular song because it's unironically one of his best songs. It's very boom bap, it's very acoustic, like there's a boom bap beat in the back, there's acoustic guitar, it's very sad boy rap, but it's sad boy rap in a good way. Like it sounds good, the feature he has on the hook is good, like it's a good song. I understand why it's his most popular piece. It reminds me of being 19 again, which is not a bad thing. And ladies and gentlemen, bonus points. He didn't say nigga not one time. Not one time. Can we get a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? Can we get it? Can we get, hey, that's a bonus point in my book. Hey man, call it a preconceived notion. I ain't gonna lie. When I saw the name Andres Perales and saw that he was a rapper, I was expecting at least one. Been Big Pun said nigga a few times, and he's the GOAT, man. He's the GOAT, but he did do it. He didn't say it a lot. Probably because he's not Mexican, but he did say it, and this man did not say it one time. You know, that's always a bonus point in my book. Hey man, that's just another point on the board. That's an easy layup. That's an easy 2, short range. But yeah, it's a pretty good album. It's not too long, 11 songs, 25 minutes. I recommend checking it out. It's pretty good. You'll find something you like. Songs are pretty catchy. He's clearly, you know, emotionally invested actually in rapping. It doesn't feel like, you know, cheap bullshit. It's good in my opinion. I liked it. Is it the best that I've ever heard? No. Is it pretty good though? Absolutely. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry I haven't actually been uploading every day, but you guys keep asking me to do things that take a really long time. I mean, Dark Souls 2 is on the wheel 2 times now. Like, dude, so is mouthwashing, by the way. I thought you guys fucking liked me, dog. Like, why are you trying to traumatize me? But yes, thank you for watching. If you support me on Coffee, thank you for supporting me on Coffee. It's $1 a month or whatever you want to give. It's mostly diet soda money. I'm trying to do more cool shit on there. I'm gonna put some more polls up, you know, once we're done with like the wheel and stuff, which we will be around the middle of January. I think I'll give you guys up until like January 15th or something, since I've been missing a few days. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully I will see you sooner than 2 days. Stop asking me to do long ass shit. Oh, also make sure to check out the Sorry We're Closed Let's Play we're doing right now. It's like Silent Hill, but with lesbians. It's a little bit gayer. It's slightly gayer. Or the Death Stranding video if you haven't seen it, because that's the best video on the channel. I'm not even gonna lie. That shit is fire. All right, bye. Goodbye.
Ay, I told it double dare. We at the carnival, I really like the fair. Ay, she took her jacket off because it's hot in her. At that sugar, please do not forget to stir. Ay, they said the club is over capacity, we don't curb. We hit the spot, we acting stupid.